You caught your child cheating. You didn't see it coming. You were trustful. You thought they were doing a great job. And all of a sudden, you're blindsided with this. You just question. You're like, oh crap, what did I do wrong? And how do I get out of this? And it feels very, very personal. Hi, I'm Nancy Marie Peterson, and I've been homeschooling for 20 years. I have 6 kids. I have 5 that's graduated and 1 still left. And so I can tell you flat out, yep, that happened to us. I don't know if there is too many homeschool families that it didn't happen to. And we try to put all the protocols up, red pencil, all this kind of stuff. But I remember the moment that my child came to me and told me that they had been cheating, and it was math. And I was like, what? you know? And luckily, with God's grace, I kind of stayed calm, but I was like, how long? Like, what's happening? It was frustrating. I was upset because they lost my trust. But I think the more important part is you want to make sure that you go with the character development. This is such a cool opportunity to develop their character. Don't take it as this huge flaw that they're, just been branded with. It's they're kids and they saw an opportunity and they went for it and they were creative and they figured it out. Don't take it at such a heavy situation. It's a character building moment, and that's what you need to see it at. And that's the angle you want to go with, that they've lost your trust. And what does that mean? And so now this is what's going to happen when they do it. I'm going to correct everything. When you lay out those boundaries, those healthy boundaries, you don't shame them, especially if they came to you. So there's 2 angles. My child came to me and told me, I didn't even know it was happening. They came to me and told me. Now, if you had to figure it out the other way, that's harder because that's a different direction, but you come to the same angle, fork in the road. It's purely character development. So how are you going to develop that character? It's honesty, it's truth. What does the Bible have to say about that? Why would we not cheat? And so I think we blow things up because it's a big deal. It's our house, and we're thinking we're schooling them, and they're getting it right, or whatever it is. It becomes a personal attack on us. Like we failed because they failed. And I think it's sometimes a beautiful thing. Sometimes the hardest moments become the best growing moments, and you want your kids to fail in your house. I think one time I'd listened to discipleship or a book I read about discipling kids and discipline and all those kind of parts. And it was saying, you hope they fail in your house because that's where you can build up their character and speak life. If they fail when they leave your house, it's harder to build that character. So you want them to fail when you're there. You want them to learn these lessons while you can walk alongside of them and guide and direct them and lead them to the cross and lead them to forgiveness and walk that out with them. So if you're the mama who found your child cheating, it's okay. They're going to be okay. They're not doomed for life. I can promise you they're not doomed for life because they were cheating. And you don't have to go so drastic, but you do need to take this opportunity to guide and direct them and to disciple them and to walk them towards the cross and walk them towards healing and forgiveness, but consequences. I want you to be encouraged. It's okay. You're not a bad mama. You don't have a bad child. They're not doomed. It's just a teachable moment, and that's it. And I think 20 years has given me this perspective because I'm telling you, when it happened, I didn't have that same perspective, but I do now. I can look back and see what the big deals are and what the little deal, what the deals that aren't that big of a deal. So relax. It's okay. Deep breath. They're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're not so far off that you can't get it back. I think over all my parenting issues, and we've had some doozies, some major doozies, I think everything is figure outable. Everything, because we serve a God that is full of grace. We serve a God who is full of forgiveness. We serve a God who changes hearts and directions. And if that isn't true, then the whole cross doesn't matter. The whole relationship means nothing, but that's the beauty. And so, as in anything in life with your kids, deep breath, everything's figure outable. Even the biggest things that seem like they're so hard and you can't overcome, whether your daughter got pregnant or whether they're in drugs or they're pornography and all these big things that hit parents. I started out with just this cheating, but everything is figure outable. You will still make it. You will be okay. Your family will be okay. Your child will be okay. You will walk this out with them. Just Don't make it a bigger deal than it is. Keep your emotions calm because it's a storm brewing, and you can either ride that storm and swirl with that storm, or you can be the center of that storm in a calm manner and bring your child in with you and walk them to Christ, walk them towards the cross, forgiveness and truth, and what we want to walk out afterwards. It's actually a beautiful moment. So I know you've probably failed in life, and so have I, and we've grown from that, and your child will too. So, mama, if your child has cheated, it's okay. You're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. It's a big deal, but it's not really a big deal. So, I want to encourage you, just remind yourself that everything is figure outable. This isn't the big, it's not the undoable crime, that you just need to walk them out towards character development. And that's a good thing. That's a teaching moment. So hang in there. If homeschooling is feeling a little overwhelming and even a bit chaotic, I get it. But if you just give me 5 minutes a day, followed by 5 minutes of action, and in 3 days, you will feel a difference. You will feel more peace, more clarity, and have a more purposeful homeschool. This is the exact course I wish I had when I first started homeschooling over 20 years ago. Check out the description for all the details. There'll be more bumps in the road. There'll be more situations. They'll look different and they'll feel different. They're going to leave you on your knees. And that's where we end up so often as homeschool moms. We end up on our knees just asking the Holy Spirit to guide and direct us. So hopefully I've given you a little bit of wisdom and clarity and cleared the fog so you can see in this moment of how you can walk forward. As always, stay intentional. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.